People leave messages on rocks. This is my message. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. If you think I'm being flippant or taking the Camino lightly, you don't know me very well.
We're on the road to Santiago. We're on the road to find ourselves.
I wasn't sure which line from Doctor Strange to use as a title for today's episode, and then I realized as I was editing that I actually give myself the title for today's episode.
It feels like it just... Dormammu, I've come to bargain, this endless loop over and...
Now what that refers to is a scene in Doctor Strange when Strange and an entity called Dormammu get trapped in a time loop. Doctor Strange controls the loop, and in order to release Dormammu from the loop, he wants to strike a bargain. So he begins the time loop by saying, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Now Dormammu thinks he can escape the loop by killing Doctor Strange, and what he can't seem to figure out is killing Doctor Strange just turns the time loop back to the beginning, and it starts all over with Strange arriving fully restored and saying, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. And it becomes repetitive and frustrating for Dormammu, just as our lives become repetitive and frustrating when we do the same thing over and over and expect different results. That's the definition of insanity. Well, I certainly was the definition of insanity on the Camino on this day. You wanted authenticity, you're going to get it here. Authenticity as expressed through probably one of my worst meltdowns. Now, a lot of things contributed to this meltdown. You will see me attempt to smile and laugh my way through those frustrations, but once they all add up and I am hungry, angry, lonely, and tired, I lose my shit. Just be forewarned, this is probably one of my most unpleasant meltdowns ever, and you're only seeing a tiny portion of it.
This is a famous photograph of Chris McCandless. He's that young man that went off into the wilderness and made a movie about him and a book, Into the Wild. Anyway, he's in front of the bus where his body was found. This is the last known photograph of him while he was still alive. There for a while, I thought this would be my Chris McCandless photo.
I'm done.
Because in the afternoon of August 29th, it was hot. I was hungry, angry, lonely, and tired.
What the hell is that goddamn town? Triacastela!
And I honestly thought I was going to die.
When you find my body, this will be the last message.
This is Rommel. It's an old monastic town. There aren't really any services here. And this tree, I believe, is one of the oldest, I think the oldest tree on Santiago. And then we arrived in Triacastela, and that's when everything turned to hella.
I'll just say it. The best people I've met on the Camino this time have not been from my country.
A lot of people post Camino videos showing the beauty, showing the fellowship, showing all the great things about the Camino, all the reasons we keep coming back. And we talk about the negative things like blisters and exhaustion and things like that. But usually that is all compensated by the great things about the Camino. But I had a negative thing happened yesterday. I won't go into details, but it's impacting me today. I encountered for my first time, and this is my third time on the Camino, I've encountered assholes, for want of a better term.
I'll just say it. The best people I've met on the Camino this time have not been from my country. I was talking, and there were several Americans at that table back there. And where are you from and this way? And I said something, I'm from Florida. And anyway, at some point somebody says, your governor's kind of an idiot. And I said, hey, I love the guy. And you could see the mood of every American change. The Australian and the guy from London and the Germans, they didn't give a shit. Say, I love my governor.
People. And here's where it starts.
Now you can see me trying to make light of the situation by making a funny face and eventually laughing at it. But the fact of the matter is, the conversation didn't just end with a couple of Americans freaking out because I was from Florida. We were talking about language at that table, myself and the Germans and the Australian and the man from London. But at some point in the conversation, the ubiquitous, angry, woke white American had to rear his ugly head and hurl an ad hominem insult at me. Now yes, I tried to smile about it, but you can see in my eyes that I had internalized it. I wish I could say I got over it, but even the next day it was still affecting me, largely because I kept encountering the same two angry Americans.
I encountered for my first time, and this is my third time on the Camino, I've encountered assholes, for want of a better term. And kind of offended me. And I was okay. I thought I'll just put it behind me. I'm trying to put it behind me. Turns out they're staying in my albergue tonight. So I'm down the street doing laundry, hiding from everybody instead of being my normal, outgoing, friendly, gregarious self, because I'm afraid I'm going to say something. And then there'll be that awkwardness. You know, I thought what they said and did was absolutely wrong, and it was offensive to me. It was insulting to me. And I encounter people like this every day in the real world. I don't encounter them on the Camino, so I'm a little upset. So I'm just going to tell you, the Camino is not all fun and games, and this is a new experience for me. Assholes on the Camino. I don't know what to do. Guess I'll fold my laundry.
So this is Triacastela. I'm going 3 kilometers further to Samos. But it wasn't really 3 kilometers, it was more like 9. You see, I was trying a different Camino app that day, and it had a bit of a calculation error in it. It wasn't 20.7 kilometers to Samos from Linares, it was 27 kilometers, meaning it was more like 9 kilometers from Triacastela to Samos. Well, I started out of town towards Samos. The app says 3 kilometers, but it has a weird calculation error. It's actually 9 kilometers. You may be wondering why I didn't just call a taxi.
Tried to get a taxi. No taxis.
Well, I didn't call just one taxi, I called 3. And every time I called, the answer was the same. No es posible, which is Spanish for 9 kilometers is not a fare that's worth my time.
So, I guess I'm walking a spell. I thought this would be a short day, so I took my time. Now I'm not going to get there till almost 5. It's not 3 kilometers. It's 10, almost 9 or 10. Fortunately, I have this, and I'm in pretty good shape today, but I'm not too keen. I thought it'd be 3 kilometers and I could rest. I'm not tired. I'd rather be walking. Walk all my anger and my frustration off here. Conversation at a dinner table. We'll talk about it. At 2:22 in the afternoon, I get this rock message. Well, there's still markers here, but I feel like I'm lost. My phone's got down to 15%. I've got to use it sparingly for emergencies. But I don't know where the fuck I am. I guess I wanted an adventure. Here it is. I'm done. Fuck it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just really fucking pissed. That encounter at those fucking Americans and... What the hell is that goddamn town? Triacastela. Those fucking Americans in Triacastela pissed me off. Fucking done. I better turn you off or you're gonna be out of power. When you find my body, this will be the last message. You know the worst of this is? There's no one coming this way. I am all alone out here. Everybody else stopped in Triacastela. There's nobody going to Samos. If something happened to me, now I'm doing well and I've got plenty of water, but if something happened to me, my phone's almost dead, they may have a hard time finding me. I'm kind of fucking scared and upset and Jesus.
Sure is pretty though, look at this.
people screaming, probably gonna get attacked by barbarians up here. So take what you want, but leave me my passport and my phone and drive me to... Day started out good, then I got weird, now it sucks. I need to get to my albergue and just... My Spanish is a little rusty, but I think that means Matt the Peregrino sucks and is an extreme fool. I think that's what that means. I don't know what the fuck this town is. The only reason I'm stopping to get this sign and this don't shit in the woods sign and that is because it's part of the Camino. But I'm ready to lie down. I don't know what the hell. It feels like it just... Dormammu, I've come to bargain, this endless loop over and... on here. I should be there by now, I'm thinking. Get this shit off there. Get that shit off there. All right. 2.7 kilometers! What the fuck? God! The battery's almost dead. This is such bullshit. Fucking taxis. It's a 9-kilometer drive. Es no posible! Fuck this. I think I'm done with the Camino for fucking ever. Between fucking woke, racist Americans and this bullshit, I'm done. I'm fucking done. So it's that way. I have no idea how far. I still have water and a bad attitude, and I'm kind of hating the Camino right now. Just came up that way. I'm just sitting in the road right now. Nobody's out here. Everybody's gone. 1.8 kilometers. I just need to rest. 1.8 kilometers. Just a little rest.